Alright, this is recording. So, I wanted to just go back into, say, like, just what's been happening. I don't really care about how this recording sounds. I'm just here to talk. So in this recording, I'm giving a spiritual update and basically just talking about this polygamy, polyandry thing that's been going on with me, and then going into what I think should happen within these certain relationships. I feel like now, us as a people, we don't really take these things seriously enough, and we don't really go over what could possibly transpire with these certain multiple relationship, just this, what goes on with the multiple relationship thing, the spiritual, the polygamy and polyandry thing. I want to try and go over a little bit of these topics with you guys. Anyway, like I said, I don't care how the recording sounds. I'm just here to give out some, just say a message, or just give out some information, my opinion, what I've been thinking about. So anyway, as a spiritual person, I can say that I am in a somewhat polygamous relationship with my spiritual husbands still at this time, and it's all because I had tried to reach out to them, and I've been doing this for almost, it's been about like about 5 years. I've been trying to contact my spiritual husbands, who aren't with me right now, but they're with me in spirit. So anyway, with this whole like polygamous thing, I just think you have to be more understanding of what it could be like, and just take it from a back distance standpoint, as far as who are the people, who are these people, who are you as an individual, like, do you feel like you're more spiritually advanced to have a polygamous relationship, to have multiple wives or multiple husbands? I don't know, I just feel like you would probably have to be more advanced in your thinking to really try to plan out these things in these relationships that you may have, because it's not something that you must take lightly in order to have these kinds of relationships to work. Like, you yourself have to know yourself first. Have an inner knowing of your higher self, and also your partners have to know who they are as well. So I feel like I have to get that out there. As far as information, also, these relationships have to take a while to develop. You can't really rush into these things. You can't really rush into the multiple relationship thing. It has to take time. Like, it just can't be something that you rush into, or just think that, oh, well, I can have, I can, at this time, you can't be thinking, well, I can have multiple husbands or I can have multiple wives. Like, it doesn't work like that. You have to develop a certain kind of vibration or frequency in order for it to work. Say, like, because like how most monogamous relationships take time to develop. Well, the multiple relationship thing actually takes longer, because these certain situations, they have to play out a certain way, and like it just can't happen all suddenly. It just can't happen like super fast. It's a really slow process in getting to know these types of people, and if they're actually okay with, with you and, your partner or your other spouse. It takes time to really understand the whole spiritual aspect of having these multiple relationships, because to say this, it has to happen in the mental first. It has to happen in the heart, and with the heart chakra frequency and everything. It has to happen with that first. Let's see if there's anything else I want to say about it, because because my spiritual husbands, they're with me now, in spirit and in heart. And I know they've contacted me because they, sometimes they do a ring in my ear, the ringing in the ears, and I'll just go about my day, and I won't even be thinking about, my spiritual husband at the point, but then he'll like ring in my ear or something, and I'm like, oh, well, it's you, so, to say again, I have spirit husbands. I have spiritual husbands because they know that I love them already. Like, and this has taken me far too long. And to be honest with you, I didn't even believe that this was even going to even happen to me, but it did. And that's because I took the mental time to try to contact them, in their realm and everything. Like, this took me years, like literally 5 years to contact them, because I knew at the point to when I first spiritually awakened that, I wanted to be with them. So, I mean, this took literally years to finally contact them. So my husband's, there's two older brothers, and then there's the nephews who are the younger brothers. But this took me years to finally contact them. And the only reason why they're with me now is because they know that I've taken all this time to try to contact them in their realm, and now they're with me. Because when I first spiritually awakened to my truth, it also took them some time to finally reach me, but I have to say again, the only reason why they're with me now is because I do these things for them. Like I try and do exotic dances for them, like as much as I can. I cook and clean, of course, but anyway, the only reason why they're with me now is because they know that I truly love them already. But like I said, this whole polyandry thing, this whole polyandrous thing, it has to happen in the spiritual mind first. And this can take to almost, say, how long it took me, 5 years, to even longer than that, like maybe 10 years for this to really take its place, to take effect. So, when I'm seeing these people on the internet talk about, when I see these people on YouTube, on the internet, talk about, how they're in this multiple relationship thing, the polyandry, polyamory thing, they're going about it like, they're trying to rush into it or something, I'm seeing these melanated people who say that, I have my partners, it's well, I have to say in my head, well, do you guys really, really know each other? Like I said, it's just you have to take time. This thing has to take time to really develop in order for it to be a real true relationship that you may have with these people. It can't be lustful in any way. The spiritual love has to come first in all relationships. It has, the spiritual love from your heart has to come first. You can't just rush into this multiple relationship thing without really knowing these people for a long time. Anyway, and this can take a very, 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 very long time. So you can't come about it. You can't come about it with this this ego mindset. You have to be, especially as a woman, you have to be truly humble. Okay? And you have to treat your husbands like they're your saviors, because they are. as a woman in a polyamory relationship, you have to accept your husbands as, your kings, your lords, and if they want to go out, if they want to go out and seek other women, they can. You can't be jealous about it. And I've already accepted, I mean, I love my spiritual husbands dearly. Like, I love them a lot. But, you can't be the type of person who is going to be jealous, because your love is patient, love is kind, and you can't be jealous of, say, your man or your guy going to see these other women. You can't be jealous. You just can't. If you have true love for your guy, then you can't be jealous of him going to take other wives. That just can't happen. So I've already accepted, I've already come to my own terms and accepted that, my husbands can go and take other wives, as long as they give me attention too, But anyway, let's see, what else did I want to say? I lost my train of thought. Let's see, so yeah, you guys, that's just my take on the whole, multi-relationship deal. See, I had another talking point, but I forgot what I was going to say. So, yeah. I just, I'm really thankful for them even reaching out to me, because I felt like, my heart vibration could grow more with them in my life, because I've chosen my spiritual husbands, and I guess they've chosen me too. But me personally right now, I would not go with the multiple marriage thing here. And I understand that it needed to happen spiritually first, without them here physically, because it would not have prospered. It would not have worked in a reality like this. In this third dimensional reality, it would not work. So, I mean, of course, I would say that, truthfully speaking, I would say that I would have my 4 main husbands, and then I would be concubine to my other husbands, because I have more than 4 spiritual husbands. But what's funny? I can only get in contact with 5 of them right now, and that's because if I feel like at a time I miss them, I'll just try and reach out to one of them, and they'll do the ear ringing thing. But it takes a lot of concentration to really figure out who they individually are, because, and I have a pretty good idea that it could be like, say, because they do have different frequencies, they do have a different pitch and vibration, but it's sometimes it's really, really, really hard to tell which one that is. See, Killy's trying to talk to me right now, because he knows that I'm talking about, he knows that I'm talking in this recording, so he's trying to talk. Anyway. Yeah. So it can't, these relationships, they can't come from, it can't come from a lower mind standpoint, is what I'm trying to say. It can't really flourish in a low mind standpoint. Your mind has to, you have to train your mind. You have to also have discipline and moral about yourself. Okay. Well, anyway, I might make a part 2 to this recording sometime later. But I just wanted to get out like what I've been feeling about the whole polyandry, polyamory thing. I just wanted to speak my mind about that again, because I just feel like us as humans right now, we can't go through with it on a really physical standpoint, because realistically it has to happen mentally first. And it's crazy because I have husbands. I have spiritual husbands who I call my Danas. And Dana just means husband in Japanese. But I call them my Danas. And and having husbands, having spiritual husbands, does not necessarily mean it has to be sexual at all either. So I wanted to get that out there. And it's crazy. It's already showing in my 3D life right now. I mean, I have my spouse who I've been with for a long time, and now I've lived with for like 5-6 years. We're now still currently in a relationship, and we have a strong relationship. And then he has a friend who he works with, and we got acquainted and everything, and I also call him my Dana, but the relationship with him is not sexual at all. It's only about work. I mean, I don't really know what he thinks of me, but I'm sure he thinks I'm a little weird at this point. I'm sure everybody thinks I'm weird, but anyway, I have so yeah, I have my spouse who I'm living with now, and then he has somewhat of a work partner who I also call my Dana, but I would know not to engage with him anymore than I have, because I don't want that relationship to just be weird. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I just wouldn't want that relationship to be like kind of like off. So I'm not going to engage with him anymore, only when I'm with my spouse, because sometimes I'll just go over there with my spouse, and then he'll be over there or something, but I'm mainly helping my spouse out with the work. So, and then his friend that he's known for a while, he's just there to do he's also there to do the house and the yard and stuff. So anyway, okay, I'll cut this recording now and I'll put it on my channel. I might do a second video, but in any case, yeah, it says I'll need to stop it now. So anyway, you guys, hope you find this recording interesting, and I'll talk to you here in another one soon. Alright, have a good day. Bye.